Welcome to Dan Dance Perspective. If you're new to the channel, be sure to do me a favor and leave the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel as it helps a lot. Because today's video, I'll be bringing up this new movie, Send Help, directed by Sam Raimi. And this is one of those movies he's never done originally as a horror filmmaker in a long time. Since 16 years ago, he's done Drag Me to Hell from 2009. And since then, he's been producing a lot of other movies and projects, but also he's done The Wizard of Oz from 2013, The Great Oz and Powerful, something like that from Disney. And then he's done Doctor Strange and the Multiverse Madness, returning to the superhero genre, which added a lot of more fun elements to his filmmaking style as a horror as superhero, which is really fun to be had, which I had a blast with that film years ago. But at the same time, it wasn't a perfect movie, but that's just one of those movies that Sam Raimi came back for the genre. And now here we are, almost 2 decades later, from 2009. We have a original horror movie by Sam Raimi. Send Help is my first ever full-on Sam Raimi experience that just feels so sick and wicked to watch in every sense of this. Even the story of this movie sounds intriguing, and it involves a coworker employee who has a new CEO boss. They don't tend to seem to get along or seem eye to eye as they first met. And then they both went on the business plane trip with other workers, and the plane had a huge crash that killed all the other survivors except the remaining two were the employee and the CEO. And both of those characters in that movie, they don't really seem to be getting along, and they have a lot of bad tensions between the two. So even from that perspective, it has some sort of psychological side, a bit of this, which makes it a unique survival horror film by Sam Raimi. So this is a kind of film that is fleshed well, which was why the movie, I find it really not only unpredictable, but really satisfying, because we all deal with annoying bosses or some new people and coworkers that kind of just feels what we deal with all the time. And this film right here just feels satisfying for that. The style of the direction of this movie from Sam Raimi is just pure fun. He just brings a lot of insane gore and gruesome moments he has to bring on these movies, especially the Evil Dead franchise. And by the way, this is the very first time in like almost decades this is rated R. The Evil Dead franchise were R rated, but Drag Me to Hell is actually PG-13 for ones that don't know. And it's crazy to think about. I'm so curious and really checking this movie fully on this, to seeing why it's not rated R. But I could tell there's almost an amount of discomfort and gruesome that's brought upon that film. And this is what translate that from that film to Send Help. It has a lot of discomfort scenes and unique horrifying scenes to even watch, and it just brings a amount of unpleasantly surprise from Sam Raimi. So this kind of film really brings a treat of horror films and gore fans around the world that really miss these kind of movies from Sam Raimi, and I think he should keep bringing back the blood and butter experience of this film, in my opinion, just the way I would describe it. It's just pure fun and a blast from all these scenes in these character fleshed moments well enough. It just brings just the pleasant fun of this. The two leads of this movie are Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. McAdams, I thought she was outstanding in this film, and considering she's never been a lot into horror movies in her career, this is one of them, and it just shows the range and talent that she's brought with this movie as Linda Little. I thought she was outstanding for the most, and she did a good job. Dylan O'Brien, of course, is underappreciated for a lot of the work he's done as well, and this film was one of them. He also barely does horror movies as far as I know. And these two brought their very own A-game chemistry to the limit of this film, and just demonstrated the annoyances of an employee and co-working boss. Just really demonstrates a lot. And they have nice character moments, of course, that really was fleshed. But I thought Rachel McGowan's for the most. She is the scene stealer of this whole film, and she steals a lot of the scenery she's done in this film. Now, there are a couple complaints I have with this movie. At first, two, three, four scenes of the movie, some of the scenes look really odd and are really off-putting. It's because of the amount of CGI but green screen effects they use in the movie really feels underwhelming. And then the runtime is like an hour and 55 minutes. It didn't really need to be 2 hours of this kind of genre film. I feel like there's some scenes that weren't necessary or too long. If they at least just trim it down a little more to at least an hour and 40 minutes, it would be a lot more smooth sailing of this movie. But those are all the complaints that I will say were the takeaways. So overall, I couldn't recommend this enough for horror fans. Send Help is a very fun survival horror film at best. The full-on Sam Raimi experience has never been so sick to witness on the big screen, especially from a first-timer. It still brings the discomfort and enjoyment out of these kind of movies that we all miss from him. Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien were both excellent in their rights in this film and served to be the fun premise of this overall. Like I said, I recommend this movie if you're looking for a horror movie, but if you happen to be those new people that never experienced a Sam Raimi film, this is right up your alley to start off before watching the other ones. This kind of film makes me not want to watch some other films he's done, but one of those I'll probably able to watch at least one of them. Send Help gets an 8 out of 10 in 4 stars. If you enjoyed this video, if you made it to the end, be sure to subscribe and leave a like, as it really helps a lot if you're new to the channel. And let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section on what you think of Send Help if you've seen it. And until next time, guys, I will see y'all in the next video. Peace. I'm out.